If you just joined us, you're watching Network Africa. We're in the last lap of the program now. Stellenbosch University, situated just outside of Cape Town, South Africa, has come under the spotlight after a film detailed alleged discrimination against black students. The documentary showed how black students are excluded from some courses by the institution's use of Afrikaans as a language of instruction, and has reignited debate around race relations in South Africa and caused controversy, to say the least.
In Stellenbosch is like a
Luister or listen in Afrikaans, alleged racial discrimination at an elite South African university. In the film, black students at Stellenbosch University claim they face prejudice and accuse the institution of racism. The documentary has gone viral after being released on an online video platform, YouTube. This has caused contention across the country, initiating debate on race relations and on the state of education in South Africa. One of the issues student activists have raised in the film is the use of Afrikaans as a language of instruction at the university.
The end goal is the reformation of institutional culture, but how we get there is in fact through changing the language policy so that no student is forced to learn in Afrikaans and that all classes must be available in English. That's a very radical thing to propose for a space like this, and yet it must be proposed and it must be done swiftly, not on some Vision 2050 kind of plan.
Race in education remains an emotional issue in South Africa. Under apartheid, which officially ended in 1994, black people were relegated to substandard government schools designed to prepare them for little more than unskilled manual labor.
To remember is that the sort of overt, explicit racist incidents are just manifestations of the culture and of the whole way in which the university is structured and run. So that includes things like, for example, what we're taught, who we're taught by. I mean, there's a lot of people at this university who were hired during apartheid who are still teaching those same ideologies, those same things. You know, the architecture of the town and everything contributes to an environment of white supremacy.
Stellenbosch University, however, says it follows a multilingual approach. The university's management also argues it does not tolerate any forms of discrimination.
I categorically state that Stellenbosch University is not a racist institution. We absolutely, we totally against any forms of discrimination, racism, sexism, classism, etc. And I'm not going to defend the indefensible. And therefore one needs to take very serious note of these issues, because there's some overt racism, there's subtle racism, some of the incidents that occur on campus, the majority of them occur off campus at different institutions where we don't have any jurisdiction over.
The strong reaction to the film and student protest have led to university officials being summoned to Parliament.
I think they are political, economic, and the fact that the university doesn't say anything about the status of a colored child in its Afrikaans approach, it means there are stated interest on preserving white privilege.
Around 11,500 students at Stellenbosch are black, colored or Asian, about a third of the university's total student population, up from 700 in 1990.
And as we end Network Africa, we asked you about how the migrant crisis can be brought to an end. And the top tweet for the day comes from Tuna Dim, who says the best way is by ending repression, extremism and war, thus providing economic alternatives which would increase development in struggling communities. As the top tweet for the day, we'd like to say a big thank you. And please keep those tweets and emails coming. That's Network Africa today. Thanks for watching. And don't forget to reach us on our addresses showing on your screen. I am Amarachi Ubani.